Welcome back to Post TV, live from NAB 2012. We're here with Steve Roberts from Eyeon Software, and they have a number of new things to talk about at the show. One of the most recent announcements, which has been sort of blowing up on the internet, is how you're working with Avid. So it's Connection?
Yes, Eyeon Connection, yeah. Correct, yes. Yeah, we've, for a little while, we've been looking at how basically editors deal with their workload and how that actually affects the other people that need to collaborate with them. And so rather than dealing with things as AAF or EDLs and everything and all this project importing and exporting, how does this work? We've actually developed a plugin called Eyeon Connection that actually sits inside the Avid system, and now it completely manages it in real time, a connection straight to Fusion and our other products.
So does it load, or is it just seamless? I mean, how does it work?
It is pretty seamless actually. It's you tag it onto a clip, and then that connects that clip directly to Fusion. Then somebody else, either on that system or elsewhere in your facility, can actually start affecting that clip. The editor's free to carry on doing trimming and changing everything, and that will upload and readjust automatically into the Avid timeline. So everybody now in an Avid system is completely capable of having high-end effects that we're known for feature films, can now have that directly inside the Avid systems. No exporting of this, and how should I set up codecs for DNX HD or export or imports or QuickTimes. It's just seamlessly in and out, and it just keeps it all in the Avid project basically.
So how did this come about? Is it something that you've been working on for a while?
Kind of for a while, but it has happened pretty rapidly. It was more understanding how people should really work, and that's why I've kind of one day it was kind of like, why would you work that way? Why can't we just affect it and do it this way, sort of thing. And now all the people certainly on the DS list and things like that are kind of going, oh wow, that's exactly what we want, right? Because they don't get 3D compositing or things like that in their system, and now that's directly linked with inside their editing environment and everything. So larger studios that are doing VFX projects can now basically collaborate and work directly with their rest of their team, and it's not like, let's export this, get this out, get it back in again. How does it, I have to put that back in the timeline. It's just a seamless approach to the whole editorial to VFX world.
You mentioned that sort of developed quickly, but something else that is happening quickly are upgrades to Fusion.
Correct, yeah. Late last year we shipped 6.2, we've already shipped 6.3, we've announced 6.4, which will be shipping really shortly now. The new things in that we've now done ARRI RAW support in there, so all the color science of ARRI RAW, all the debayering and everything like that is all in there. We've also done Phantom camera support as well, so their Cine RAW formats can all be decoded inside Fusion as well. So we do the latest in red, and everything from Epix to Color Science 3. So all of those major camera systems that are used in digital cinema for feature films are all now completely supported in there in Fusion. That's certainly the big tick items in this. The connection system is for Connection and Fusion 4 are synonymous, being part of the same development path, and there's a few more other little surprises that are coming out there for the users as well. So okay. So it's yeah, and that will be released very shortly. So
now, is that the way? I mean, is that typically how you've done stuff in the past, and is that how you're going to be doing stuff going forward? Just really, so anytime you get something new, just update it. Don't wait for a big release. Just
we've had overlap development. So when we're doing 6.3 release, we had things already in development by some of the users. I mean, some of our developers that was directly involved in that release. At the same time, in parallel to that, we already had what was going to happen in 6.4 by other developers, and so that their path was a little longer. So it's released. So we're releasing that now. So our whole thing is under our subscription system is to put out smaller incremental updates all the time, and when we develop something, let's get it into the release, test it, and get it out there, because it's needed now, rather than kind of holding it back and doing, oh, this is a 2013 version, so we've got to hold it off for a year to build that up. No, it's
just going to keep kicking them out.
People need it now. Let's get it out now, sort of thing.
So the other new news is you've embraced CUDA technology.
Correct. Actually, we're doing the big event with NVIDIA tonight with them. For a while now, we've been developing 3 technologies around GPU that comes from in NVIDIA. So we've had our rendering system is built on CG, and so it's a full HDRI renderer, and it's all just runs on the GPU. You can do high-level shaders and things like that. You can have multi-level materials and everything. You can all our technology that we can bring in and import it from FBX, whole scenes, for example. You can have millions and millions of polygons being manipulated in real time inside Fusion. So we've done and pushing forward with GPUs do tremendous jobs in terms of computational power, and like the 3D renderer is one of them, full CG. The other one is using CUDA is all our volumetric renderer. So we do a whole volume system, and we can accelerate really time-consuming operations that would take hours to render, become almost real time on the GPU. So our volumetric system, which would be 20 minutes to render a frame, becomes frames per second on the GPU type of thing.
Amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing, and a lot more companies are embracing it. It just seems the way to go. It's
So you want as a facility, you don't want to spend a lot on big infrastructure and have lots of hardware. You want to have the more hardware you have, the larger your network needs to be. The larger the network needs to be, the bigger the pipes. And you keep escalating up. If you can consolidate those down to have real small amount of power units that can really crunch through things, then your network infrastructure is smaller. You become more agile to expand to take larger jobs and everything like that. So you don't. So by embracing this sort of thing, that the artist becomes much quicker, and
the creativity flows. You don't have to stop and then wait.
The problem has been certainly on volumetrics, for example, because if you compare that to what 3D rendering systems and everything, that's like, let's adjust some parameters, put it into the farm, and we'll look at that tomorrow. And that's kind of like, now it's like, let me make an adjustment, there it is. Let me make another adjustment, there it is. What do you think of this? Can I have the client sitting next to me while I make those adjustments? And yes, you can.
It's a whole new world.
Yeah. And you have to be efficient. I mean, everybody's talking about costs, in doing production and everything. So efficiency is everything, right?
Absolutely. Well, Steve, thank you so much for coming and sharing your news with us, and I'm sure you guys will be releasing a new version soon. Oh, yes. Yeah, as always. Always. So, well, thanks again, and we'll be back soon with more Post TV Live from NAB 2012.
Thank you.